devil. Who made him become a sinner? Who deceived him? If all of us require the devil for us to sin, who made the devil to sin? If there was sin already in existence, having been made by you, God, then you're not supposed to also attend the court session. Were you not an accomplice? I ask him all those questions. I want to know. Oh, God, just be honest with me. I won't tell people, just tell me, did you create sin? Where did he get that sin from? I dealt with that. Then I went on to explain how the devil, though he was light, the mistakes that he made, not sin, mistake. There are so many mistakes that you can make, which are not sinful. He had the ability to make a mistake because he wasn't like God in knowing everything. And once you have that limitation, you are bound to make mistakes. Even undermining God was a mistake. Remember, he undermined God before he actually fell. That undermining was a mistake. But you see, the problem is there were so many components put by God in his body. Things that we do not have because we are not cherubims. And those things were never meant to be mixed. And I explained that time, I think many years ago, what happens when you bring together the ammonia, which is a chemical, and bleach. And what comes out of that? The chloramine chemical, the vapor is a result of that mixture, which can even kill you. But these are good chemicals that we use. So friendly. We have those in the kitchen, we have those in our bathrooms. But no one is dying just by reason of their existence in the house. But they should never be put together. And once they are put together, you have just created something that God never created. So there was no sin in existence until two different chemicals which were good. So you bring God into the court, he will tell you what I've created is bleach. Does it kill? It doesn't. It's ammonia that I've created, it's good. But who brought it together? It was now Lucifer. So there was no need for another devil to become the devil's devil, for the devil to become a sinner. All he needed to do was to make a mistake in his experimentation. It was in the lab. Sin was founded in the lab. You see, he was a scientist. This guy was walking amongst the fiery stones. He knew everything about volcano and all these things. But I want you to hear something now. Now, the Bible says you were perfect in the day you were created until iniquity was found. So there was a discovery. Iniquity existed at a certain point, not the day he was created. He was perfect. But at some point, there was a lot around Lucifer, from beauty, wisdom, sounds in his body. This man was amazing. Those gifts of covering, influence, it was serious. But all those natures, God had given him a warning never to mix some of those together, which is the mistake that he made. I can come back one day and tell you two attributes of cherubims that should never be put together. And you can have a devil. And yet they can be both in one place, not together. And what you have is a Lucifer, the bright morning star. There is something that is very toxic, but it was never God who created it. It's a wrong combination. God doesn't respond to every question in a way that we expect. I've watched God give scientific answers. I've watched God answer questions geographically. People who were in trouble and they needed their deliverance, and God said, come out, go to a land that I'll show you. And their lives became better. I've watched God answering questions mathematically. A lonely man who was alone, and God said, the two of you shall become one.
Wow.
What an equation.
Wow.
And that problem was solved. So there are scientific answers that when God anoints us, we must have access to those. How can you have two becoming one? The man was alone because he was one. And then he made the two to become one for him to have a companion.
Wow.
This is scientific. You can't hear. You see, the problem now with scientists, why they end up not believing in most of what we do, and we are in constant contradiction, it is because to them, it has to be proven. We'll get to the witchcraft aspect. You see, once you get it wrong, you know, do you know you can have food in your kitchen and then you make sure that you close it tightly? Let's say you are going out, and then maybe you are enjoying yourself, and then maybe you expose that food to heat, sunlight, and after a while it can become poisonous. And you eat that and you die. And what kills you? Just the rice, the chicken, the tomatoes, the soup. Everything there, let it stand independent of each other, and take away the time factor. That's normal food. But how that mixture can destroy your life if it is not properly kept, the keeping of it. Wow. The keeping of it. Failure to keep it well. Can you imagine that you can create by failing to keep? You can create. Now you have poison, which was not poison before, but you have failed to keep that which was not poisonous, and it became poisonous. You know, you gentlemen, you understand that the two parts hydrogen of water, and 1 part atom of oxygen, you have water, the H2O. It's healthy. Who doesn't need water? Even the earth requires it. But tamper with that equation, the 2 part and the 1 part atom. What you have is no longer water. The name changes. It can kill you. If we are not meticulous, we are never going to have peace. We have to become people who are